Hi everybody, I'm here. I'm just trying to get to tag you guys. I'll edit this part out. Okay, why isn't it showing it to me? There it is. Now I got to go and get the share button so I could share it with you. Copy the link. I don't know, I just created that group for us and I can't find where it went. Well, hopefully you guys got the link through Messenger. What's going on? Oh, here it comes. Waiting for my tablet to load, people. I don't know what happened. It was there and then it just kind of went away. I think it's a mystery. Okay, looks like I have a couple people on here watching, which is who I'm supposed to have. Say hi, girls, if you're here. I got Sharon. She said hi. Did you guys get all your homework done? Just want to have a full disclaimer that you may hear noise or any of that in the background. So today's video okay. Well, we'll just kind of go along and you guys can watch it later and I won't have to slow down too much for this. And we can just chit chat as we're doing it. But I do want to, I know it's just the two of you and you've heard the spiel, but I do want to say a little bit of stuff before the class for when I put this public, that people know a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on. So we're going to talk about bonus days. If you're new here and you're watching today's video is an online class that I do once a month. I've started this since the pandemic and everything that is going on in the world. So our class was about the prize pony set bundle. So that's what we did our class on. And if you would like more information on the details of the class, there is a link in the description box below. Also, I would like to let you guys know that bonus days have begun and they're back. If you're not familiar with what bonus days are, Stampin' Up! Has done these in the past, and it's for every $50 you spend this month, you get to a $5 bonus for next month. You'll get $5 off next month on your order. And it may not seem like a lot, but it covers your tax, or if you get two, it'll cover your tax and your shipping. So it does add up after a while. So it is a good kind of deal. And so your $50 has to be before tax and shipping. The other thing I want to let you know is if you would like to jump in on our online class for next month, we're doing the Celebrate Sunflower Bundle, and this is our July class. And all you have to do is you have to order the Sunflower Bundle. If you already own the Sunflower Bundle, then you just have to order $55, I think it's $51 and something, with the hostess code right here. And for that, you will get this bundle, all the tutorial, like one of these. You'll get that in the mail with the paper and everything that I'm going to show in the class today. If you want stuff exactly like I have them, then you will have to email me. The link is in the description box below. And I will tell you the inks, the extra stuff that I used, and if anything to that effect, then you can order that. I cannot send you any stamped images, and I cannot send you like the inks or anything to that effect. So you have to order that type of stuff or use what you have on hand. All right. The last thing is, if you order anything from me in the month of July, I will be sending you this tutorial. And this is from the card cardiology team. And there's 4 of us in the group right now. There's some more that may jump in throughout, but this is an 18-page tutorial, and it's yours for free just for ordering from me. There's some 3D items and different things. And this was our first month, so I'm pretty sure in the future months they'll get bigger and they will get even more exciting. So let's get started. So I think Diane is watching. I don't know what's going on. Either she was here and left, or if it's just us. So when you get your kit in the mail, it will come with like this. I'll show you. It'll come with all your cards. All 4 of these. Oh, I left one down here. It would come with all 4 of these, and then it usually has another little card, but I've already done my homework. There's another little card that says homework on it. So what that means is that this gives you what bundle you need, and it tells you the stamps I use, the blends I use, the supplies, on down through. And if you want to order them for future cards or whatever, you can. You'll know what I used. Then when you get to the next page, it says things to do for homework. And some of this stuff, it just makes the live go a little faster. Because some people do them right along with me. Some people wait until the video's over and then do them later, use it as like a tutorial. So it's whatever you guys prefer to do. And so it'll tell you what you have to do for homework. In the little box, it shows you a little picture to kind of explain what I'm saying to do. And you go on down through it, it does that. And then the next page has the the stamping measurements, let's call that. The stamping measurements of the card base or the layers or whatever I used and what I used to make that card there. And it shows you a picture of the finished card. And you have, oops, I have some blank pages, which I don't know why. And then you have that. And then down here, it gives a bunch of information. And then it tells you about the YouTube and if you have to go and subscribe to the channel. If you're not, to leave a comment or anything. And it just gives you my information. So, on with the cards. Thanks for letting me get that all out of the way. So for card 1, I will find what I did with card 1. This is card 1. Let's move this up a little bit over there. So this is card 1. This is the one we're going to do. Set that off to the side. So in here, for card 1, you should have all the supplies you need. And we have our little paper, and we have our pieces all stamped and ready to go. And we have our little, now you would have your gem or whatever already in your little packet. Sometimes I put these separate because everyone got a half a sheet. And then you can use, let me show you. Everyone got a sheet like this. So then you guys could just pick off what you wanted for the cards. So first thing we got to do is we got to cut this card. Oops. So I need to get out my trimmer. And we have to cut this on the trimmer. Oops, I'm left-handed. I don't know how that... My daughter was in here playing last night, so I think she must have been cutting. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the card in half this way first. And this is where it gets... If this catches right here on the corner, don't try to make it... Pick it up, push it down, and then go backwards and then forward. So that way it's not wrinkling or crinkling up your corner. Now, we're going to put this right here, and we're going to take a piece of Post-it note. This is why you girls got a piece of Post-it note in your little gift from me. And holding these together with the Post-it note, we're going to take it and we're going to turn it. And that's the only reason why we need the Post-it note there, is just to hold it together. And you're going to line this point and this point up with that. Now you can remove the Post-it note. Put this down. Again, I'm going to start in a little bit so that I'm not hitting my edge. I'm going to go back and then I'm going to go forward. Okay, so now we have our pieces. So what I did, because it's double-sided paper, I'm just going to flip these over like this. Now, kind of bring it down, I mean, so it looks like this off your area. And then we're going to bring in, thank you. I keep trying, Sharon. I'm trying to make it better and better. Learning how to do these online tutorials. And I'm just going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus today. But use whatever you feel comfortable. Liquid glue works good right here too. And so I'm going to put this down, but I'm going to leave a little bit of a don't stick right there. A little bit of an edge. And then I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to do this side. I find it easier. I love the Stampin' Plus. It flows out very nicely, but it is like a strong adhesive. And then I'm going to try to line the points up. They're not going to touch, but there's going to be a little gap there. And now we're going to use the gray, and we're going to leave just a little bit in between. Oops. I think I like stop breathing when I'm putting stuff down. Well, it's not perfect right there, but you know what? That spot's going to be hidden with the little circle, so I'm okay with that. Okay, and then we'll put this one kind of right here. Alrighty, so now we're going to take and we're going to put this piece on top of the gray granite. And this you should have colored, and we colored this in with the pretty pink, light and dark, and the soft, not soft suede, soft seafoam, light and dark. And then we're going to get some Stampin' Dimensionals. You will need these. These do not come in your kit if you are new. Scissors, because I'm at the end here. I like to use every little bit. I'm just going to snip these because I'm sure I'm going to need them for future cards. Okay. So I'll just put a couple on here. Before we put this down, we got to add our ribbon. So all I did was just folded this ribbon in half. I'm going to get my ribbon scissors now. And I just snipped them off right there. Took a little bit of adhesive and I stuck it right down. And I just kind of put that on there. And one thing I did is I did take a dimensional and put it right there to kind of help secure it too. Get my little... Now, I'm going to try this. I've seen the a lot of people do this, and I'm not sure it's going to work, but they kind of like jab it and they just come up. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can't do a lot at a time. They said there is a little learning curve to it, but hey, they're definitely coming up a lot quicker. And then we're going to put this right there. I got my fan on, so they're not even staying in the box. And then we're going to add this to the base. And that is card 1. So there you go. So now we have card 1 done. And also another thing, Sharon, did I draw the winners? Do you remember from the last class? I've been sitting here thinking about that. I don't remember if I drew who won the cards from the last class. this is the next card that we're going to do, card 2. And so we're going to get all the parts out. Now, for homework, you were supposed to color this and punch this out ahead of time. This was punched for you. You just had to stamp your greeting on it. Okay. So, first thing we got to do is we have some soft seafoam, and we have the designer series paper from, this is from the Peony package, price Peony. I'll put that right down on there. And then I took these vanilla squares that, if you want everything that I have, there is a price Peony bundle. You can get that. The only thing you would have to order extra would be the blends and the ink that we used. It's actually called a suite, not a bundle. And in these, they still have a few of the little, because you get these pre-packaged to us, and they've got a little, still some little vellum squares, so I try to go around and pop them out. I know some of it will be hidden, but I just want them out in case they're not. So anyways, I draw a winner at the end of, or maybe not right at the end, but I let people know, I put everybody's name in the hat that yes. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here because, and then I'll get back to what I was saying, because you're not going to see it anyways. And I kind of put this on at an angle, just like that. Okay. So anyways, I put everybody's name in a hat, or on a wheel. I call it the Wheel of Fame. And I draw one winner, and that winner gets my 4, because I have 8 cards here, the ones I made for the sample cards, and then this one's here, and whoever wins gets a set of 4 that I made, and then I mail them to you. It's just a little extra bonus for joining my online class. And I don't know, I don't think I did, so I'm gonna draw that later and post it from last month's class. I've been really busy and crazy that I don't always think about that. So before we add my bow, I'm going to take and put a bunch of dimensionals on the back of these. On this one, I'm only going to put one at the, maybe, at the top. I got to go get my nails done. They're getting too long. Just been trying to find time to go with my daughter between her work schedule and mine. Okay, and now let's see if this thing works again. Oh, yeah, I'm poking it, but I guess I'm not. I don't know. I want to learn with it, so it tells me that you have to keep doing this. And I'll get the hang of it, but you're supposed to be able to go right from one to the other and then get them all off. But if this just helps me get them up, I'll be happy. I guess just like anything, you got to learn. I do know if you just poke your nail in the middle, that works, but all right. So I'm going to put this one right here, like that. And then I'm going to put this one, oops. Oh, I think I have that one down too far. Oh, sugar. I wonder if I can lift this one up. Good thing I only put 2 dimensionals on it. Okay, I'm going to put this one up a little higher on this one. And then I'll put this down. It can hang off the edge this way a little bit because we still got to put it on the base, but it can't hang, well, it could hang off on there maybe. Well, I don't know. I didn't have it hanging off at all. And I think that Pop Dot, or Dimensional, I'm going to have to turn this one because it's a little long. And it's hitting this one. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. Alrighty. But with the fan going, I sure am making a mess here. I got little vellum squares and things everywhere. So now we're going to put this on here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add my gem to the last card. I will definitely do that, because I forgot. And I'll add the gems to this one. And my knot. I think my ribbon, I had it too centered. My ribbon should have went up a little bit higher. So just put your ribbon up a little higher. Don't copy mine exactly here. But we'll still make this bow and knot work. And just be a little bit closer to the flower. This gray granite ribbon is so shiny, and I don't know, I just love it. Okay, so there's my knot, and then we got our little, here they are. And I put, what did I put on this one? I forgot to put a big one on this one. So I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it, I put it right here. So I added the gem to the first one. Then I took another big one and I put this one right here. And then it looks like I took a smaller one. And I went right about here with it. And then I took one and put one up here. Now, I don't like the way this one wants to stick up, so I think I'm going to try and put a little, that didn't work. That's a little better. I'll fiddle with that after, but I'll make it so that stays down with a little bit of glue, because since I bent it, it went up. But this is card 2, so when you're doing card 2, I should have put my ribbon up to about here a little bit, and it would give you a little more room to put the flower down for your bow. So that is card 2. All right. So now, let me move all this lovely stuff out of our way. And we're going to go on to, oops, card 3. So here's 3. I do have to get out a stamp that I forgot to get out. Okay. So this is card 3. this is our base. So we could set that aside. Put this right here where you guys can see it. These are all the pieces here that you had to do ahead of time for homework, except for this one. I did this and cut it out and sent it with you guys because that come from I gotta look when I get the sponge here. And then this is another layer, and then this will be our, we got to do some stamping on this one. So let me see, I need this. That little cutout came from the Cherry Blossoms die set, in case, you know, you want to get that set to do anything with this set to coordinate with it. Okay, I need this and I need this. Okay, and I sent you as a little gift because I forgot. Well, I try to do the cards ahead of time, but this one was a spare the moment thing. The ladies wanted to do it, and I didn't quite have the stamp set ordered. It was on my list, but I just hadn't had it ordered yet. And I told them the colors that I wanted to work with, but after I got going, I'm like, oh, I want to add some of that crystal coral in there. And I'm like, I want to add a crystal coral background a little bit in the back of this. And I'm like, if I do that, then the ladies are not going to have crystal coral ink if they don't own it. And I try to have it so you guys have it. So I sent you guys a little thing of crystal coral ink, and that was your thank you gift. I try to send something. I don't always, but I do try to send in a little something if I decide to go off the pattern a little bit of what I told you. So for this, I just stamped it in the crystal coral, and I'm just going to kind of stamp it, and it's not real dark. It's already light as it is. Oops, I'm not in camera. Sorry. There we go. And I'm just stamping, and it looks darker here, but this will lighten up, so that's why I'm not stamping off. And so I did this little bundle right there. Then I kind of went over here and I went off the page a little bit like this. Then I kind of came up here and just did a bunch. It's just giving it a little bit of a background color to make it have a little pop. So this is kind of what I did to that. So I think that looks good. We will add the greeting on after I put the cards on. Or the flowers, the cards, the flowers. So I took one here and I took the leaves. This is stuff that you should have had done ahead of time. And I took 2 leaves. And I just kind of attached them right here off to the side. So we'll do that. There we go. And this one I attached flat. And it can hang off a little bit because of the fact that there's going to be a couple more layers. So you'll be all right. So I just attached this one down flat. Okay. Then I took this little crazy twig or whatever, And I'm going to use some, this is a brand new bottle. I'm used to my other one that hasn't been coming out at all. I'm not putting it all over. I'm just kind of putting a little bit here and there because it will stick down. And then I just kind of went like this with this. I just love these little like twiggy things. Then I went ahead and I added these other two to the back side of this one. So I guess I got to put some adhesive there in order for it to work. Oh, thought I had enough. So like that. And then I'm going to stamp these up on Dimensionals, which first I have to get some more out of my little, starting to run out here. Hey, I did 3 that time. So it's getting there. And then I'm just going to kind of, I overlap it a little. I kind of hide this area. I think I had it tipped more here, but no card, no card that you do will be the same. All right, now where's my grading? Right here. And I take the gray granite that we used. And I stamp this. And, oops, I gotta move this over. Hopefully I don't rip anything. Oops, I ripped my little thing underneath though. Here, let me stamp this down like I should have, I guess, before I put this on here. So learn from my mistakes, not from... And just because I peeled these off, they're still going to work, but I'm going to add a little bit of glue to them. So that way they'll just be sticky better. And there we go. That's why I didn't have them tipped right. Okay. So I fixed that. Then we're going to take and we're going to add this to this piece right here. Sometimes I forget the steps I do because I'm making these farther ahead because I was a little behind. And so then I have to go back through and think about, oh, what did I do? How did I make that? And if you want this even lighter, the little design even lighter in the back, you could stamp it with the, what is it? The Petal Pink. And I think, now that I'm looking at it, I think I might have done that. So if you... I think this one, because this should have been lighter by now. So after I look at this, I think I stamped this right here in Petal Pink. This is what I stamped in Crystal Coral, and that's why I gave you guys some ink. I used the Crystal Coral, and I gave you a little package of it. So just so you know that this should have been done in the Petal Pink. Or if you like it this way, which I think it looks fine this way too. It's not like a major mistake or anything, and I think it looks really nice. So use whatever one. Okay, and then we will add our little gems to this card. Looks like I added these ones. So I took, I'm going to put one up here. These are just so pretty. I put one right down here. So there is our card number 3. Isn't that beautiful? You could add Wink of Stella to these. I did not, but definitely if you want to add Wink of Stella to any of these cards, it'll definitely brighten them up. All right, let's get some of this gray granite put away so I'm not hitting that. And we'll put this away and put my top on here. Definitely going to need some scraps and the silicone mat. So we're going to work on this card. Now I did add Wink of Stella to this card. It just glitters. I hope you guys hope the camera's picking that up. Maybe I should take it out of here. It looks like there's a little bit of a reflection. Is that going to pick that up? Oh, I think it might be getting it there now. Yeah. That is so gorgeous. So we're going to do this card. And first thing we got to do, and I could have had you guys do this for homework, and I don't know, I forgot. Maybe I did. Maybe I had it on the list. I don't remember, but for some reason, I didn't do it. I didn't do it, guys. So bad. I gotta figure out what I did with my dies. Oh, right here. Woo, losing it. For some reason, I didn't do this piece. So we're just gonna take and we're gonna put this down right towards the bottom, like this, and we're gonna run it through our Big Shot. So I'll get the platform out here. Put this right down towards the bottom. Right like that. And we're going to put this piece right here. And we're going to put this one right here. Okay. And then we'll run this through the Big Shot. Okay. And then we'll remove this. And then we have that cute little, I don't know, ribbony thing. It's really cute, and I liked it. So we'll get this out of the way. Put this over here for now. Okay, so let's get out everything we have in our card. For the card, you were supposed to cut out these little parts for the, I thought there was 4 of them, but maybe there was only 3. And then there is supposed to be 4. Where'd my other part go? I had them here. Oh, I left it in the bag. Oh, okay. Oh, and I left, oh my goodness. And I left the little center flower in the bag. Okay. So these are our bases. So we're going to put them off to the side. First thing we got to do is we got to take the longer piece of the ribbon that came and run it across this and attach it to the back. So let's get the silicone mat here. Just going to put a piece on the back of each. Make sure you have enough that it can go down through. Catch it on this end. And just don't have it so it don't bow. I'm sorry if I'm off the camera. I was just trying to make it so that it didn't bow. Because you don't want it to bow. Like I just fixed it and made it bow. I can't do it on up in the air like this. I usually set it down so I know it's not bowing, and then I kind of like this. Then I wrap it. Little loose. There. Yay! Okay. So we're going to bring in our piece of Designer Series paper, and we're going to put some adhesive along the back of this. And we're going to put this right across. I think I have it down a little bit. It's not really at the center. I would say it's about 1.25 inches from the bottom, or about 1.5 inches to right here, and then put this piece across. Now that's a little what do you want to call it? Loose, and we will be putting some stuff down, but if you don't like how loose that is, you can put a Stampin, not dimensional, a glue dot. I had to think of what it was called for a minute. You can put a glue dot there. Okay. Then just pull your knot, because you can slide this either way. I'm going to cut it in the end after I see where all my parts for my flower go. So now I'm going to set that across the side. And I'm going to be bringing in my sponges. Oh, here they are. And your soft seafoam ink. And we're going to sponge the edges of these leaves. And then we're going to bring in this one. Okay. Now before we do anything, we're going to put this one goes on here. I had to think about it. Look at the shapes a little bit and you'll be able to tell. And this one goes on here like that, and this one goes on here just like, wait a minute, like that. Wait, did I cut out the wrong leaf? I think I might have cut out the wrong leaf for that one. Where did my dies go? I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure. There was a crazy die. leaf. Yes, I did. I should cut this one out. So let me cut that out quick, because I cut out the wrong leaf. So there is a leaf that matches this insert, so it'll wave out like that. So if I showed you the wrong leaf, because it'll line right up on here, then you want to make sure you cut out the right leaf for this. So I got to get a scrap piece of seafoam here. Just got to put it on here and run it through quick. Now we got the right one, so now let's sponge this one up. All right, so a pair of tweezers are wonderful right here, but I don't know. Oh wait, I have a pair of tweezers. Oops, I just dropped one of my ink things. Luckily it fell upright. Uh-oh. Yeah, a pair of tweezers would look great right here. And if I had this opened, no, I don't. I wish I had the pinching. Oops, see, this is a brand new ink, or a brand new ink or glue bottle, and everything just wants to, you just need a little bit. Mine are squirting out because it's brand new. Okay. So quiet when I'm working, but I like using the ink on this because you can definitely maneuver how to put these together. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more sponge right there. I feel like a little bit more needs to be there. All right, so we're going to just set these aside for a minute, and we're going to learn how to put the Peony together. Now I just want to show you something. If you put these two and you line them up, see how they line up at the bottom? Just like that. They line up. That's what we want them to do. But before we put it together, we got to do a little sponging. So we're going to bring out the Petal Paint. And we're just going to grab this little square. You could use a bigger sponge, but I'm just using this. And I'm going to sponge along the edges. And now this is why I'm using a smaller one. It's because I kind of want to get in there, but I don't want to rip it. So I'm kind of getting in there. You'll see in the bigger ones that you needed something like this. And then we're going along here and down in here. It's okay if it gets on the other ones, on the other top part. I'm gonna go along here. And then see, I'm just running it, like I'm putting this little like tiny piece, and I'm just kind of going along there in the bigger ones, because you don't want to cover all that spot. Now in this one, you want to kind of go all the way around, like. And this is the last one. And then you want to kind of get like in here and just rub it along those, just rubbing it in there like that. Okay. All right, we're done with the ink. So now what you're going to do is I like to do it with my hands. You can do it with your bone folder, but I find it's, if you want it to pop up a little bit to give it that dimension, if you're going to hand it to somebody, you want to take and fold these parts back a little wherever you want it to pop up. So I just kind of do it with my hands, and even doing it afterwards makes it a little easier. So I'm just kind of pulling them back. So now what we're going to do is the small one is going to go inside the medium. These two kind of go, these two go together and these two go together. So you're going to put this one inside here, and we're going to line them up with this right down here on the bottom, like I showed you in the beginning, how those parts line up. But we're going to run a little bit of glue along here. A little bit of glue. And then we're going to go and put them together. Just like this. Look at the back side. You could slide them. That's why I like to use the liquid glue. Okay. Because you have a little bit more time. So now we got that part down. So now we're going to do the same thing. This curvy part right here lines up with this curvy part right there. So we're going to stick this one inside here. And we are going to line up the parts. This curved part with this one, and this. That's what you're lining up. This will just kind of fall into place. So now we're just going to put a very little bit of liquid glue. If I can get this to come out little. Okay. And we're just going to push them together like that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing. This one goes in here, and I'll show you. These two little dots line up with that, and this little hump lines up with that hump. So you got to kind of finagle it in there a little bit. So it's like this. Okay. And I'm going to put the glue right along here. And then we're going to line up those little tiny spots. Look at it from the back if you have to kind of push it where it's got to go. I flip it all around. Keep looking at it. Oh, this one's got to go up a little bit. That's why the liquid glue is definitely better, because you can. And there it is. And now you're just going to kind of, if you want these to pop up a little bit, then you would pull back bend them back. The bone folder, but I really prefer to just do it with my hands. I think you get in there with the bone folder and sometimes you could get ripping. So I really didn't want to rip. So now this part right here in the middle that we have, that's where you're going to take your little, now I cut this off. I figured we don't really need that long stem. And I just put a little dab of glue. That's probably going to ooze on me. And I just stuck that right down in there. Like that. And just pressed on it. So now we have that there. Then I took one of the the leaves. Hello, can't even talk what they are. And I put a little bit of glue on here. And I attached that to this side. Kind of hold it there for a minute so that it catches with it. And then I took these two and I kind of put them together first. And then I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to hold them down and give them a few minutes to adhere onto each other. So there we have that. Now we can get rid of our little mat. Put our glue up. We're going to bring in the base and the designer series paper, and we're going to put some, well, I couldn't see that white on white, and that started to stick right down on me. Oh, good save. I'm going to pull this closer to me so I can get it lined up. Okay. So we're going to put that down there. Make sure this is good and tied. And then I want this right here, so I'm going to move my bow over a little bit. Yep. I'm going to get some dimensionals, and I'm going to put dimensionals kind of all over this thing. Okay, I think that looks good. A little pokey tool here. Look at that, guys. I did almost all of them. I almost got all of them on there. See, I guess, oh, I didn't get this one. Take it back. And now I just ripped it. I guess I don't have to be so rough. And then I'm going to move this little bitty tag thing out of the way. And I'm going to put this right here. Isn't that pretty? I'll tell you, once you add that Wink of Stella, it just makes this whole card pop. And then I'm going to cut this so my ribbon will stay where I want it to stay. There we go. Then we'll just tighten it a little bit. I have to tighten it from upside down. There we go. And then we're going to add our little grading. You should have had this pre-stamped. I'll put it right there. But I think I'm going to trim mine down a little bit. I feel like it's a little long. So then I'm going to put it right there. And I just used regular snail adhesive or whatever, and I just set this right down here. Use whatever grading if you want to give this as a birthday card. Switch it out. Give it as a birthday card. Then find our little thing of gems. Where did I put them? Oh, right here. And I ended up putting the rest of these on this card. So wherever you want to kind of stick them, or if you just want 2, or if you want 3, it's whatever you could just end right there, because this is a different, but I thought it'll be okay, and I stuck it over there. And then we're going to take the Wink of Stella, and we are going to add this on all over your card to make it really glittery. And I mean really like put a lot on there, because I think the more it has, the more it'll... Now me and my Wink of Stella, I say this all the time, we have a love-hate relationship, because sometimes I get too much and other times I don't get enough. I don't know if I have the new one. I have one open that's brand new. I think it's this one. Yeah, a lot more. Okay. I think that one I gotta throw away. Let's see. There it comes. And that is the last card, everybody. So I hope you really enjoyed this set. And that's how I did it. So I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for your support, and I hope you will continue to do the online classes with me. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and I will see you all in the next workshop video. So, bye-bye.